Emily was 12 years old when her grandmother gave her an old porcelain doll. It had pale skin, glassy blue eyes, and a faded pink dress that looked decades old. The doll made her uncomfortable the moment she touched it, though she couldn't explain why. "Take good care of her," her grandmother said quietly. Emily laughed. But her grandmother didn't answer. That night, Emily placed the doll on a shelf across from her bed and went to sleep. The next morning, something felt wrong. The doll was facing her. She was certain she had left it facing the window. Assuming she had simply forgotten, she turned it back and left for school. The following morning, it happened again. The doll was staring directly at her bed. A chill ran down her spine. Still, she tried to ignore it. A doll couldn't move. That was impossible. Over the next few days, Emily began paying closer attention. Every night, she carefully positioned the doll toward the window. Every morning, it was facing her again. Then one night, she woke up at exactly 3:17 a.m. The room was silent. She glanced toward the shelf. The doll wasn't there. Emily instantly sat upright. Her heart pounded as she searched the darkness. Then she saw it. The doll was sitting in the chair beside her desk, facing directly toward her. She switched on the light. The doll remained there, motionless, watching. The next morning, she asked her parents if they had touched it. Both said no. Neither believed her story. Determined to prove she wasn't imagining things, Emily placed her phone on a dresser and recorded her room overnight. The next morning, she rushed to watch the footage. For hours, nothing happened. Then the timestamp reached 3:17 a.m. The screen suddenly filled with static. 3 seconds later, the image returned. The shelf was empty. The doll was gone. Emily replayed the footage again and again. The missing seconds never appeared. That night, terrified, she locked the doll inside her closet and pushed a chair against the door. There was no way it could get out. Eventually, she fell asleep. Sometime after midnight, she woke to a strange sound. Footsteps, soft, slow, crossing her bedroom floor. Her eyes snapped open. The footsteps continued. One step, then another, moving closer to her bed. Emily couldn't move, couldn't scream, could barely breathe. The footsteps stopped beside her. Gathering every ounce of courage, she slowly opened her eyes and froze. The doll was standing beside her bed, not sitting, standing. Its glass eyes reflected the moonlight. Its expression was blank. Yet somehow, it looked like it was smiling. Emily screamed. Her parents rushed into the room. The lights came on. The doll was gone. Emily pointed desperately toward where it had been standing. Her parents searched the room, under the bed, behind furniture, inside drawers. Finally, they opened the closet. The doll sat quietly on the floor, exactly where Emily had left it. The chair was still blocking the door. Nobody believed her, but Emily knew what she had seen. The following morning, her father decided to get rid of the doll. He sealed it inside a garbage bag and drove it to a landfill miles away. When he returned home, Emily felt relieved. For the first time in weeks, she felt safe. That night, she slept peacefully. No footsteps, no strange sounds, no nightmares. The next morning, she woke up smiling. Then she looked toward the shelf. The doll was sitting there, exactly where it had always been, facing her bed, covered in dirt, its dress stained, its face scratched, as though it had returned from the landfill on its own. Emily screamed. This time, her parents saw it too. No one could explain how it got back. No one even tried. That same day, the doll disappeared. Not moved, not hidden, gone. The family searched every room in the house. They never found it. Years passed. Emily grew older. Eventually, she convinced herself the nightmare was over. Then one night, long after she had moved away, she woke up suddenly. The room was dark, silent, and she felt something she hadn't felt in years. The feeling that she wasn't alone. Slowly, she looked toward the corner of the room. For a brief second, she thought she saw a small figure standing there, watching. She immediately turned on the light. The corner was empty. Nothing was there. Emily let out a nervous laugh. Then she noticed something on the floor beside her bedroom door, a faded pink ribbon. the same ribbon the doll had worn all those years ago. Emily never found out where it came from, but she still keeps the lights on at night, because sometimes just before dawn, she hears soft footsteps crossing the room, slow, steady, getting closer, until they stop beside her bed. And in those moments, she can't help wondering whether the doll ever truly left.